Have you ever wondered why your vision feels weaker as the day goes on, yet slightly better after a good night's sleep? That's not a coincidence. Your body is designed to repair itself during rest, and your eyes are no exception. Every day, your eyes are bombarded with stress, from exposure to light screens, pollution, and even oxidative damage caused by normal metabolism. Over time, this stress wears down the delicate tissues in your eyes, and if you don't provide the right nutrients, the damage accumulates. But here's the exciting part, there's a way to give your eyes exactly what they need so that while you sleep, they can actively repair themselves. One of the most powerful foods to help in this process is the blueberry. Now, think about this. Most seniors accept declining vision as an unavoidable part of aging. But science shows us that the retina, the light, sensitive tissue at the back of the eye, is extremely responsive to certain plant compounds. Blueberries are loaded with anthocyanins, which are pigments that give them their deep blue color. These anthocyanins act like tiny shields, protecting the retina from oxidative damage. What makes this so important at night is that your body enters a state of repair. During sleep, cells regenerate, tissues heal, and your body cleans up the free radical damage that builds up during the day. If your diet is rich in compounds from blueberries, your eyes now have the tools to repair and restore themselves more effectively. Here's a hook that might surprise you. Studies have shown that anthocyanins in blueberries can actually cross the blood-retinal barrier. That means they don't just circulate in your blood, they get right into the eye tissue where they're needed most. Imagine a protective force entering the very cells of your retina, neutralizing the free radicals that are trying to damage your vision. That's what happens when you consume blueberries consistently, especially before bedtime. By supplying your body with these compounds right before your eyes enter their natural repair cycle, you're essentially fueling the repair crew at the exact time they're clocking in for the night shift. Another powerful benefit comes from the way blueberries interact with mitochondria, the little energy factories inside your cells. The retina is one of the most metabolically active tissues in the entire body. It requires massive amounts of energy to process light. But this high demand also means more free radical production, which can lead to cellular damage if unchecked. Anthocyanins from blueberries support mitochondrial function, making them more efficient and less likely to leak harmful free radicals. Think of it like tuning up an engine so it runs smoothly instead of spewing out toxic exhaust. By eating blueberries, especially before bed, you're giving your retinal cells a chance to recharge with far less damage. Let's also consider circulation. Good vision depends on healthy blood flow to the eye, delivering oxygen and nutrients while carrying away waste. As we age, circulation often weakens and tiny blood vessels in the eyes can become compromised. Blueberries naturally improve microcirculation, meaning they help blood flow through even the smallest capillaries in the retina. This ensures that your eyes aren't starved of nutrients during the repair process at night. It's like upgrading from a clogged, narrow pipe to a smooth, wide one where everything flows effortlessly. When you sleep, this enhanced circulation gives your eyes the nourishment they need to rebuild and restore. Here's another angle that might resonate with you. Seniors often wake up with tired or dry eyes, assuming it's simply due to aging. But much of that discomfort is related to oxidative stress and inflammation that wasn't fully repaired overnight. Blueberries bring in anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the tissues of the eye, reducing irritation and helping them heal more fully during rest. So instead of waking up with gritty, fatigued eyes, you're more likely to experience refreshed vision when blueberries are part of your nightly routine. Now picture this scenario. You've spent your day on screens, maybe watching TV, scrolling on your phone or reading under bright lights. Your eyes are strained, your vision feels fuzzy, and you know they've been under stress. Imagine finishing your day with a small bowl of blueberries. While you're sleeping, those powerful anthocyanins get to work clearing away the stress, repairing damaged proteins, protecting retinal cells, and enhancing circulation. By morning, instead of adding to the slow decline, you've actually taken a step toward maintaining sharper, stronger vision. Here's the truth. Your body doesn't stop repairing at 60, 70, or even 80 years old. The repair process is built into your biology, but it requires the right raw materials. Without them, damage wins. With them, repair wins. Blueberries provide exactly what the eyes crave for nighttime healing. It's not about magic, it's about biology working as it was designed. If you supply the right fuel, and the best part is, this isn't a complicated prescription or an expensive treatment. It's as simple as adding half a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries to your evening routine. So the next time you think declining vision is inevitable, remember this: every night your eyes are working hard to repair themselves. The question is, will you give them the nutrients they need to succeed, or will you let the damage continue unchecked? Blueberries before bed can be the difference between slowly losing vision and actively supporting one of your most precious senses. It's a small change, but for your eyesight, it could mean everything. Have you ever noticed how difficult it becomes to drive at night as you get older? Headlights from other cars seem brighter, road signs are harder to read, and walking through a dimly lit room feels like stumbling in the dark. This isn't just inconvenience, it's a warning sign that your eyes are struggling with something called rhodopsin regeneration. Rhodopsin is a pigment in your retina that plays a crucial role in how your eyes adjust to changes in light. Without it, night vision becomes poor, blurry, and even dangerous. The good news is that you can actually support your body's ability to regenerate rhodopsin, and one of the simplest ways is by eating blueberries before sleep. Here's the hook. Most people believe night blindness is simply a natural part of aging, but that's not entirely true. The decline in night vision is not inevitable. It's heavily influenced by nutrition. Blueberries, with their deep purple-blue pigments known as anthocyanins, can directly support the regeneration of rhodopsin in your retina. Think about what this means. While you sleep, your eyes are working to reset and repair themselves. If you've given your body the right building blocks through food, your vision has a chance to sharpen rather than deteriorate. To understand why blueberries are so powerful, we need to look at what happens in your eyes at night. Every time you move from bright light into darkness, your eyes rely on rhodopsin to quickly adjust. It's like a switch that helps your eyes capture light in dim conditions. As you age, your ability to regenerate rhodopsin slows down, which is why it takes longer to see when entering a dark room. This delay is not only frustrating, but it can also be dangerous. Imagine missing a step on the staircase at night or not noticing an object on the floor. Small delays in vision adjustment can have big consequences. Blueberries step in by providing anthocyanins that accelerate this regeneration process, essentially giving your eyes the tools to flip that night vision switch much faster. There's something fascinating about anthocyanins. They don't just sit in your bloodstream. Research shows that they actually accumulate in the retina itself, specifically in the rods, the cells responsible for vision in low light. By concentrating where they're most needed, these compounds directly enhance the efficiency of rhodopsin regeneration. That means when you eat blueberries regularly, especially before bedtime, your eyes are more prepared to handle darkness during the repair cycle of sleep. You're not just protecting your vision, you're actively sharpening it. Now let's connect this to sleep. Nighttime is when your body naturally repairs itself, and your eyes are no exception. They've been exposed to artificial light, blue light from screens, UV radiation from the sun, and all sorts of oxidative stress during the day. At night, rhodopsin needs to be rebuilt, and if you've provided your body with anthocyanins, the process becomes far more efficient. Without enough of these compounds, your eyes are left struggling, and the damage accumulates, leading to progressively worse night vision. By timing blueberries before bed, you're aligning your nutrient intake with your body's repair cycle, making the benefits even more pronounced. Think about how this translates into everyday life. Imagine being able to walk confidently through a dim hallway without turning on every light. Picture driving at night without that overwhelming glare from oncoming headlights. Consider the independence that comes with maintaining good night vision, something many seniors slowly lose and often chalk up to aging. Blueberries can't stop aging, but they can slow down one of its most frustrating side effects by fueling rhodopsin regeneration. Another important factor to consider is oxidative stress. Every time rhodopsin absorbs light, it undergoes a chemical change and needs to be recycled. This recycling process generates free radicals, which if not neutralized, can damage the rods in your retina. Anthocyanins act as antioxidants, cleaning up this oxidative mess and ensuring the recycling process runs smoothly. Without them, the rods degrade faster, making night vision more and more difficult. With them, the rods stay healthier for longer, maintaining sharper vision even in your later years. Here's an image to leave in your mind. Picture your eyes as cameras. Rhodopsin is like the camera's night mode, helping it capture images in the dark. As you age, that night mode becomes slower, fuzzier, and less reliable. But by feeding your eyes anthocyanins from blueberries, it's as if you've upgraded your camera with a brand new night vision lens, smoother, clearer, and far more responsive. It's also worth mentioning that poor night vision increases the risk of accidents, especially falls. Seniors often underestimate how much of their balance and safety depends on being able to see in dim light. By supporting rhodopsin regeneration, you're not just helping your eyes, you're protecting your independence, your mobility, and even your safety. Something as small as half a cup of blueberries before bed can have ripple effects that reach far beyond just sharper sight. So the next time you find yourself struggling to see in the dark, don't just brush it off as getting old. Ask yourself, have you given your eyes what they need to regenerate rhodopsin? Blueberries are nature's gift for this exact purpose. They don't just taste delicious. They're a powerful tool to keep your night vision strong and your life safer. While you sleep, let your body do the work it was designed to do. Your job is simple: provide the fuel. Have you ever stopped to think about why so many people over the age of 60 start to complain about blurred vision, cloudy eyesight, or even spots in their field of vision? It's not just a matter of aging, it's the result of very specific conditions such as macular degeneration, cataracts, and retinal damage. Most seniors believe these problems are unavoidable, but the truth is there are natural ways to protect your eyes and dramatically slow down these age-related changes. One of the most powerful strategies is simply eating blueberries, especially before bed, because their unique compounds directly target the root causes of these common eye diseases. Here's the hook. Losing your vision isn't just about struggling to read the newspaper or missing details on the TV screen. It's about losing independence, losing confidence, and even losing the ability to move around safely in your own home. That's why protecting your eyes isn't just a health decision. It's a decision about quality of life. And blueberries, a food so simple and accessible, contain compounds that can act as a shield against the very processes that cause macular degeneration and cataracts. Let's start with macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in older adults. The macula is the central part of your retina responsible for sharp vision. Over time, it gets damaged by oxidative stress, tiny, unstable molecules that attack and weaken the delicate tissues of the eye. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins and other antioxidants that neutralize these harmful molecules before they can do damage. Imagine free radicals as sparks flying around a dry forest. If you don't stop them, they start a fire. Blueberries are like a rainfall that puts those sparks out before the flames take hold. Eating them consistently provides your eyes with a daily defense system that keeps the macula stronger, sharper, and healthier. Cataracts are another common concern, and they develop when the proteins in your eye's lens begin to clump together, creating cloudy vision. What drives this clumping? Again, oxidative stress and poor circulation. The anthocyanins in blueberries fight oxidation, while their ability to improve microcirculation ensures that the lens receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay clear. Think of your lens as the window of your eye. Over the years, dust and grime build up, making it harder to see through. Blueberries act like a gentle but effective cleaner, keeping that window clear and reducing the risk of it clouding over with age. Retinal damage is another silent but serious issue. The retina is one of the most energy-demanding tissues in the body, and when its cells don't get the antioxidants they need, they begin to weaken. This is how tiny blind spots and distortions in vision begin to develop. Blueberries step in by fueling these cells with protective compounds, helping them function properly for longer. When you eat blueberries before bed, you're providing your retina with these nutrients right at the time it's entering repair mode, giving it a greater chance to recover from the day's stress. Another layer to this protection involves inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the underlying drivers of macular degeneration and cataracts. If you've ever noticed your eyes feeling sore, dry, or irritated, that's a subtle sign of inflammation at work. Blueberries contain not only antioxidants, but also anti-inflammatory compounds that calm this irritation and reduce the strain on your eyes. This means your tissues spend less time fighting damage and more time repairing and regenerating. Now let's tie this into a practical picture. Imagine you're sitting down in the evening. You've been exposed to artificial light from your phone, your TV, or your computer all day long. Your eyes have absorbed hours of strain, and microscopic damage has started to build up. If you finish your day with a small bowl of blueberries, those anthocyanins go to work overnight, cleaning up free radicals, protecting proteins in your lens, and enhancing circulation to your retina. By morning, instead of waking up with eyes that are more damaged than the day before, you've given your eyes a chance to repair and even strengthen themselves. The benefits don't stop there. Blueberries also support the health of the tiny capillaries that feed your eyes. These vessels are incredibly delicate, and when they weaken, it leads to leakage, swelling, and more damage to the retina. Anthocyanins help maintain the strength and elasticity of these vessels, keeping blood flow smooth and consistent. This means oxygen and nutrients continue to reach your eye tissues, while waste products are carried away efficiently. Without this support, your eyes are left vulnerable to the slow deterioration that so many seniors accept as normal. Think about this. Every bite of blueberries is like adding another layer of defense around your vision. They don't just help you see better in the present moment, they're an investment in keeping your vision sharp for years to come. If you're already noticing signs of cataracts or macular degeneration, adding blueberries to your nightly routine won't reverse what's happened, but it can slow down further damage and help you maintain the vision you still have. If you're not yet experiencing those symptoms, this habit could delay their onset and preserve your independence far longer than you thought possible. So the next time you look at a bowl of blueberries, don't just see a fruit. See it as a natural medicine, a shield, and a daily investment in your future. Protecting your eyes isn't complicated, and it doesn't require expensive treatments. It can be as simple as letting blueberries work their magic while you sleep. Have you ever thought about how much your blood sugar levels affect your eyesight? Most people connect blood sugar only with diabetes, But very few realize that unstable blood sugar is one of the most destructive forces against your vision, especially as you age. The small, delicate blood vessels in your eyes are extremely sensitive, and when blood sugar swings too high or too low, it can cause lasting damage that leads to blurry vision, floaters, or even permanent eye disease. But here's the good news. By adding the right foods to your diet, like blueberries, you can stabilize blood sugar levels and give your eyes a chance to heal instead of deteriorate. Here's the hook, even if you're not diabetic, blood sugar spikes can silently harm your eyes every single day. You may feel fine, you may not notice anything, but inside those fragile blood vessels, damage is accumulating. Once that damage shows up as poor vision, it's often too late to reverse. That's why prevention is everything. And blueberries are one of the simplest yet most powerful foods you can eat to keep your blood sugar balanced and your vision safe. Let's look at what happens in the body when blood sugar isn't stable. When you eat high carb or sugary foods, your blood sugar rises quickly. Your body responds by releasing insulin to bring it back down. Over time, especially as we get older, this cycle becomes less efficient. The constant spikes and crashes damage the endothelial lining of your blood vessels, making them stiff and leaky. In the eyes, where blood vessels are incredibly fine and fragile, this damage can result in swelling, bleeding, and poor circulation. This is the exact process that leads to diabetic retinopathy, one of the leading causes of blindness in seniors. The tragedy is that many people only learn this after their eyesight has already declined. Now, here's where blueberries come in. Blueberries have a naturally low glycemic index, meaning they don't cause rapid spikes in blood sugar the way other fruits or sugary snacks do. Instead, they release sugar slowly, allowing your body to manage glucose more effectively. Even more fascinating is that blueberries contain bioactive compounds that directly improve insulin sensitivity, helping your body use glucose more efficiently. Think of it like upgrading your system from an old, sluggish processor to a faster, more responsive one. With blueberries, your body processes sugar more smoothly, protecting your blood vessels and reducing the burden on your eyes. But that's not all. The anthocyanins in blueberries not only balance blood sugar, but also strengthen the very blood vessels that feed your eyes. These compounds make the tiny capillaries more resilient, they're less likely to leak, and better able to deliver oxygen and nutrients. If you've ever heard of people with diabetes experiencing tiny hemorrhages in their retina, you'll understand why this is critical. By reinforcing those vessels, blueberries create a buffer against the stress that fluctuating blood sugar would normally cause. Here's an image to make this clear. Imagine your eyes as a city. The blood vessels are the highways delivering food and supplies. When blood sugar is unstable, traffic becomes chaotic, roads break down, potholes form, and goods don't get delivered. Blueberries act like traffic control and road repair crews, keeping the system flowing smoothly, preventing breakdowns and ensuring every part of the city gets what it needs. Without that order, the city, your eyes, slowly crumbles. Eating blueberries before bed makes this even more effective. At night, when your body is resting and repairing, stable blood sugar is crucial. Spikes during sleep can interrupt the repair process and damage blood vessels even further. By choosing blueberries as a bedtime snack, you avoid those spikes while also delivering antioxidants that fuel the eye's natural nighttime repair. Instead of your blood sugar working against your eyes, it works with them. Many seniors struggle with cravings in the evening and often reach for sweet treats that worsen the problem. Swapping that cookie or sugary dessert for half a cup of blueberries not only satisfies the craving but also supports vision rather than harming it. Over time, this simple change can mean the difference between clear eyesight and gradual vision loss. And remember, you don't need massive amounts to see the benefit. Just a modest serving each night can steadily improve blood sugar control and protect your vision. Here's another fascinating point. Blueberries don't just work in the short term. Studies show that regular blueberry consumption can lower H-beta-A1, which is a long-term marker of blood sugar control. That means the benefits accumulate. The longer you make blueberries part of your diet, the more stable your blood sugar becomes and the more protection your eyes receive. It's like building a savings account for your vision, adding to it every single night. Think of how empowering this is. You don't need expensive medications or complicated routines to start protecting your eyesight from blood sugar damage. You can take a simple, natural step that costs very little, tastes delicious, and aligns perfectly with your body's natural repair cycle. Blueberries aren't just food. They're a tool to guard your most precious sense, a tool that works silently while you sleep. So the next time you find yourself reaching for a snack before bed, ask yourself, will this food fuel repair or will it cause more damage? With blueberries, you already know the answer. By stabilizing blood sugar, you're not just protecting your eyes, you're protecting your future independence, your ability to read, drive, and enjoy the world around you. That's the real power of something as simple as a small handful of blueberries. Have you ever thought about what really allows your eyes to stay sharp and clear? It isn't just the lens or the retina working on their own. The truth is, your vision depends heavily on circulation, on the ability of tiny blood vessels to deliver oxygen and nutrients to some of the most delicate tissues in the human body. If circulation weakens, your eyes begin to starve. They don't get the fuel they need, and over time that shows up as blurry vision, poor focus, or even serious eye disease. Here's the exciting part: blueberries, one of the simplest fruits you can eat, have a remarkable ability to enhance circulation directly to the retina, giving your eyes a fighting chance to stay strong even as you age. Now here's the hook. Most people think of circulation only in terms of the heart or blood pressure. They rarely think about circulation in the eyes, yet the retina relies on a dense network of capillaries so fine that a single red blood cell often has to squeeze through just to get by. If those tiny vessels become stiff, leaky, or clog, your eyes immediately suffer. That's why poor circulation is behind so many common age-related eye problems. But here's the good news. Anthocyanins in blueberries directly target these microvessels, keeping them flexible, strong, and efficient, which in turn keeps your vision sharper. Think of your eyes as a garden. Just like plants need a constant supply of water and nutrients through tiny roots, your retina needs oxygen and micronutrients delivered through its capillaries. When circulation is strong, the garden flourishes. The retina stays healthy, colors are vivid, and focus remains clear. But when circulation weakens, parts of the garden begin to wither. Cells start dying off and vision begins to fade. Blueberries act like a natural irrigation system, ensuring the retina's garden never dries out. Let's get into the science of why blueberries are so powerful. Their anthocyanins strengthen capillary walls, reducing the risk of tiny leaks that can cloud vision or cause swelling in the retina. These compounds also improve blood flow, ensuring oxygen reaches every part of the eye. If circulation is sluggish, waste products build up and damage tissue. Blueberries prevent this by keeping blood moving smoothly and reducing oxidative stress at the same time. It's a double benefit: stronger vessels and cleaner circulation. Have you ever noticed how some people with poor circulation complain of cold hands and feet? The same thing can happen to your eyes. When circulation weakens, the retina becomes undernourished. This can accelerate conditions like macular degeneration, where the center of your vision starts to fade. By eating blueberries regularly, especially at night when the body is repairing itself, you're giving your eyes the exact support they need to keep blood flowing to every corner of the retina. There's also an incredible connection between circulation and clarity. When your retina doesn't receive enough oxygen, it struggles to transmit clear signals to your brain. That's why poor circulation often shows up as cloudy or distorted vision. Blueberries help maintain crisp, reliable communication between your eyes and brain by ensuring that oxygen and nutrients get delivered where they're needed most. It's like upgrading from a weak, static-filled radio signal to a strong, crystal-clear connection. Think about this in practical terms. Imagine driving at dusk when light is fading and your eyes are working harder than ever. If circulation to the retina is poor, your vision feels strained and slow to adjust. But if you've been feeding your body blueberries consistently, your eyes are better nourished, more adaptable, and less fatigued. That small fruit you ate before bed the night before could be the reason you feel safer and more confident behind the wheel. Another important factor is protection against oxidative damage. Poor circulation alone can harm the retina, but when combined with oxidative stress, the damage is magnified. Blueberries fight on both fronts, keeping vessels open and reducing the free radicals that would otherwise attack them. This makes blueberries a unique ally in maintaining circulation specifically where it matters most for vision. Now let's talk about independence. As circulation declines with age, vision problems don't just make life inconvenient, they make it dangerous. Falls, missed steps, and accidents often happen because vision is compromised. Supporting circulation to the eyes isn't just about seeing more clearly, it's about maintaining your freedom, your mobility, and your confidence. Blueberries provide an easy, natural way to give your eyes the circulation support they desperately need. Imagine this: while you sleep, your heart slows down, your breathing steadies, and your body shifts into repair mode. At that very moment, if you've had blueberries before bed, anthocyanins are circulating through your bloodstream, strengthening capillaries, protecting vessel walls, and improving oxygen delivery to the retina. Instead of circulation slowing down with age, you've given it a boost right at the time when your body is healing the most. By morning, your eyes are nourished, restored, and ready for another day of work. So when people say, "Oh, my vision is fading because I'm getting older," they're missing an important truth. Yes, aging plays a role, but poor circulation is the real culprit. And circulation can be supported, strengthened, and improved at any age. A simple handful of blueberries at night isn't just a snack, it's a way to keep the blood flowing to your most precious sense and to guard against the slow decline so many assume is inevitable. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the most powerful health changes come not from complicated routines or expensive supplements, but from the simplest habits you can do every single day? When it comes to protecting and repairing your eyesight as you age, it isn't about waiting until something goes wrong and then looking for a fix. It's about consistently giving your body what it needs before the damage piles up. And one of the easiest, most effective habits you can build is eating a small serving of blueberries before bed. It sounds almost too simple, but the timing, the nutrients, And the way your body uses them at night make this a powerful routine for keeping your vision sharp. Here's the hook: most people underestimate how important nighttime is for eye health. During the day, your eyes are exposed to light screens, oxidative stress, and constant strain. At night, while you sleep, they finally get the chance to rest, repair, and restore themselves. But this repair process can only happen effectively if you've given your body the right fuel. Blueberries contain the perfect package of antioxidants, anthocyanins, and blood sugar balancing compounds that support this nighttime repair cycle. By simply making them part of your bedtime ritual, you give your eyes the ammunition they need to fight damage and regenerate tissue while you sleep. Imagine this: you end your day with half a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries, maybe paired with a few walnuts or almonds to balance blood sugar even further. As you drift off to sleep, your body gets to work. The anthocyanins travel through your bloodstream, targeting the tiny blood vessels in your retina, protecting delicate proteins in your lens, and supporting the regeneration of rhodopsin, the pigment your eyes need to see in low light. Instead of your eyes spending the night fighting an uphill battle against damage, they're equipped with the nutrients to win the fight. You wake up not only feeling rested, but with eyes that are sharper, calmer, and less strained. This routine works because of both timing and consistency. Timing matters because your body does the bulk of its repair at night. Think about it. Your cells aren't busy digesting heavy meals, processing stress, or responding to external light. They're focused on healing. By eating blueberries before bed, you're synchronizing nutrition with this natural repair window. Consistency matters because eye damage is cumulative. Every day your eyes are exposed to light and oxidative stress, and every night you either give them the support they need to repair or you let the damage accumulate. Over weeks, months, and years, that difference adds up. A simple daily habit of blueberries before sleep could mean maintaining strong vision at 70 instead of struggling with it at 60. Many seniors fall into the habit of eating sweets or processed snacks at night, cookies, pastries, or sugary desserts that spike blood sugar and actually harm the eyes. Replacing that with a small bowl of blueberries not only satisfies the craving for something sweet, but also turns your evening snack into medicine for your vision. You're no longer feeding the problem, you're feeding the solution. That one switch in habit can ripple out into profound changes in your eye health, your energy, and even your confidence in daily life. Here's another reason this habit is so powerful. Blueberries are not just antioxidants, they're adaptogens for your eyes. They help your vision adapt to low light, they protect against high blood sugar, they improve circulation, and they calm inflammation. It's like having a multi-tool in a single fruit. Instead of taking multiple supplements for each of these issues, you're getting a natural package of compounds that work synergistically. And by making it a nightly routine, you create steady support for your eyes instead of short bursts. Picture what this means for your future. Instead of worrying about losing your ability to read, drive at night, or recognize faces clearly, you have a tool that actively supports your independence. So many people only realize the value of their vision when it begins to fade. But you don't have to wait for that moment. You can take control now with something as simple as a small bowl of blueberries before bed. That habit becomes an investment in your freedom, your safety, and your quality of life. Even the act of establishing this routine can have a psychological benefit. Every night when you choose blueberries, you're reminding yourself that you're taking care of your body, that you're prioritizing your health, and that you're investing in your long-term well-being. It creates momentum. One good habit often leads to another. You sleep better, you wake up with more energy, you feel more motivated to stay active, and all of it begins with that small, consistent choice. So think of blueberries not just as food, but as part of your nightly ritual, a habit that aligns perfectly with how your body repairs itself. This isn't about waiting for a diagnosis or living in fear of losing your vision. It's about being proactive, about choosing to fuel your body in a way that sets you up for stronger eyesight and a healthier future. When you look at it that way, half a cup of blueberries before sleep doesn't just seem simple, it seems essential.